having a great night, enjoying it so much. Hi, you're so beautiful. So we want to inform Nicole that she could have a movie career ahead of her because she's with Greg. We know about all those other, but in Atlanta, we would get phone calls all the time. We're from Greenville, but we would get phone calls and Greg would say, hey, I'm going to be in the next Tyler Perry movie. You're like, yeah, because you got to watch it. You got to watch it. But you'll only see my arm. So when we rented, we watched the movie, we're looking for his arm. Okay, and then, okay, you got to watch this next Tyler Perry movie. I'm in the next Tyler, I'm an extra. But all I do is you'll see my back as I walk away. So, but maybe you can get him a bigger parts. So I just wanted to say that you may have a movie career. We're so thankful to God that you are together, and God bless your marriage. Amen. Amen.
Hi everyone, I'm Caitlin.
I'm Dylan. We're brother and sister. So we're here tonight because we've known Nicole for a while now. Personally, it's been about 17 years, 201 really long days. It wasn't until about yesterday that me and my sister decided that it might be a good idea to start this speech to figure out what we're talking about.
True story. So me and Dylan aren't the best planners and we aren't creative like Nicole is, so bear with us because we're going to talk about our sister for a few minutes. And for those of you who don't know, my brother, sister, and I are all very close, but as siblings normally do, we can fight a lot.
So most of us know that Nicole has always loved being the center of the attention. Growing up with her, this was particularly seeing her in the holidays. So usually around Christmas time, we open presents and we go around in a circle, one by one, opening presents. But Nicole, she usually will probably skip her turn every once in a while. So by the time that we're all done with her presents, she has a whole stack of presents right next to her. She purposely waits until everyone else is done so we can just watch her open her presents one by one. And on top of that, Nicole's also been one of the most competitive out of the family. She was never satisfied unless she won. I always remember hearing stories of how my dad and my whole family would let her win anything she does because she hated losing. She was an only child for 6 years, so she always got to win, but obviously that changed when I got around. And Nicole wasn't too happy about it, so good luck with that, Greg.
Growing up, my brother, sister, and I have always found new ways to entertain ourselves. From creating imaginary European friends named Bob to remaking Black Friday Target commercials. We have always stuck out a little bit from the crowd. One of our favorite things to do is making our own music videos of popular soundtracks like Nacho Libre or Michael Jackson and other well-known songs. I can't even tell you how many hours we would spend making these terrible, horrendous videos. It wasn't until Nicole showed me Greg's music videos of Arms Wide Open and Joy in the Circumstance that I realized that they're perfect for each other. I can't wait to see your first music video together as a married couple. Oh, and don't forget about the Cool Kids video. It's still coming soon.
So after living with Nicole for so long, I feel like we have some well-needed information for you, Greg. First, never let Nicole skip a meal or not drink her coffee in the morning. From personal experience, it's also not a good idea to borrow Nicole's clothes. Next, if you ever can't get a hold of her or where she is, just calm down and just look up for the nearest mall. Finally, if she ever needs some cheering up, then you are guaranteed to get a smile out of her if you quote any line from her favorite movie growing up, Napoleon Dynamite.
My sister Nicole has always been an upbeat and fun person. She loves goofing around and being silly. I remember the night of Nicole and Greg's first date. Nicole came home and all my friends were over, and she came into my room and she was telling me and my friends about how this guy from church really liked her and how respectful he was. And then she went on to tell us that even though he treated her so well, he was still a little different. And I asked my sister what she meant by that, like maybe a bad thing. And she said, and that's when she showed me Greg's famous music videos on YouTube. And I honestly didn't know what to think at first, but as the weeks went on and Nicole and Greg dated some more, I had never seen my sister more happy. And she would come home at night smiling and full of hilarious stories to tell me about her and Greg. And pretty soon he came to meet our family, and we could all see how well they fit together. So Greg, Dylan, and I just wanted to say thank you for making our sister as happy as you do, and welcome to the family. We're so happy and completely blessed to have you, so congratulations. We love you.
I have a quick thing. Greg is well named. He's gregarious, right? I mean, and I started noticing this bear hug about high school and before college. You know, just very friendly guy, and he's always a people person. You know, matching and getting to know people and bringing people together. That's a beautiful talent. Praise the Lord for that.
Okay, so I'm Aunt Lois. I'm the oldest aunt. And I do know some of their escapades. You know, one of them, one time, Ron and Greg were going to church in Tony's car. And Greg was driving. He just got his license. And he couldn't make a right turn or a left turn. He would just, it took them 20 minutes to go 5 minutes because they got lost going down the street. And things like that used to happen all the time. But I'm going to go back to a memory of Greg. Okay, so Greg was never a good eater when he was young, which is really hard to imagine now because you eat everything, don't you? Pretty much. Yeah, he does. I don't know how he ever got there. So one of the first visits we had around Greg was when he was like, Ron was 6 months, so maybe a year, a little over a year and a half. And he didn't eat well anyway, and Nancy, she wasn't going to force him because we were all there, and the only thing he ate were yogurt and cheese balls. The whole weekend that we were there, that's the only thing he ate. So we got a little bit older and we got together and we all lived in the same house for one summer when we were in Kansas City, and they were building a house, and so we called ourselves the Vondermeads. And I don't know what got into me. I thought I could help Greg learn how to eat. You know, he wouldn't eat much, and so I made fried rice. And it had some vegetables in it and everything, and Greg was sitting at the table and all the kids were sitting at the table, and I said, Greg, I said, come on, just one more bite. You can just take one more bite. And he just said, no, Aunt Lois, and I said, come on, just one more bite. So he took one more bite, and then he went, and at that point, you know, I didn't try anymore, but, you know, Greg, we love you. You know, in our family, we feel like we've really watched all of the kids grow up. And one of the things about Greg that we have always really loved is that you are a fun person. Tiffany used to say, you should come up and talk. She used to say, you know, Greg could plan anything, and he would be the one who would keep all the fun, you know, in the family. And so we are so happy for you and Nicole, and I can tell from those videos, Nicole, that you're fun too. And we're all looking forward to really getting to know you even better, and we're really happy for you.
So Greg and I, yes, we did have a lot of fun together. We always loved to hang out when we got together as family. And one time I was visiting Atlanta, I forget why. You know what story I'm telling? Okay. And there was some family there, and we had a day where we could just do whatever we wanted. And Greg and I had decided we were going to go to Six Flags. And we loved roller coasters. We were so excited. And so we were talking about it. Aunt Barbie and Uncle Jack were there, and their daughter Kristen. And she was about 7 or 8, I don't know, something like that. Was she 8? Okay. And so Greg and I were talking about going to Six Flags and how we're going to ride all the roller coasters. And Kristen's in the room, and she was like, "Oh, I love roller coasters." And we're like, "What?" And Aunt Barbie's like, "She does. She loves roller coasters." And we're like, "Okay." I'm like totally not believing that she actually likes roller coasters, especially not the ones at Six Flags in Atlanta. And so Aunt Barbie, you know, went on and on. "Oh, she loves them. She's been on them. She'll totally ride them all." And of course, Greg and I are like, "Well, if we take her, it's Greg and I and Kristen. She has to ride them, otherwise one of us has to sit out and just ride the roller coaster by herself," which is no fun. So we finally, I think we ended up making a pact that if Kristen came, she had to ride every roller coaster with us. And so she agreed. She was 8. She knew what she was doing. And so we get to Six Flags, and I think we got there early. It was right after Superman had opened, which, if anybody knows, Superman is a roller coaster. You get on the roller coaster, and they pretty much launch you forward, and you ride the roller coaster facing the ground with the track above you the whole time. So it had just opened. We went to the back. I think the line was still like an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're in line about an hour, and Kristen had been looking at the roller coaster the whole time. She's like, "I don't think I can ride this roller coaster. This is the first one." We were like, Greg and I are both like, "You are riding the roller coaster." Everybody around us is like, "Oh my gosh, what the heck?" They're so mean. So after we were, you know, trying to force her into it, and it wasn't really working very well, she still was kind of adamant. Greg's like, "Kristen, if you ride this roller coaster and all the other ones, we'll get you ice cream afterwards." And I'm thinking, well, that's never gonna work. Well, apparently she really likes ice cream too. So it totally did work. And she ended up, I don't know if she actually really liked all the roller coasters, but she rode them all with us. And we spent the whole day there. And then Greg, of course, living up to his word, did take her to get some Dairy Queen. But I'll never forget that. I think Kristen probably will remember it for the rest of her life too. It probably scarred her for life. I don't know, does she like roller coasters now? She does? Oh, good. Why did you think of it?
We had only had her for 2 years when they did this. We adopted Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen was adopted.
So
She'd
they
only
did
been in the
this.
family 2
She
years.
was still new to the family.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that's just one of the many memories that I've had with Greg. Every time we get together, we love just sharing stories and chatting, and we make each other laugh. Greg is a lot of fun, and Nicole, I'm sure he already does make you laugh all the time, but he's excellent, and I got the opportunity to hang out with you last time I was here. We went to Disneyland. I work at Walt Disney World, and I can get in Disneyland for free when I'm out here. So got to take Greg and Nicole, and he was the one who was like, "Oh, Nicole loves Disney. You have to go." So I was so glad me and you guys came up and visited, and we got to enjoy the parks together. So, and you were amazing, and you guys are so great together, and we're so excited to have you join the family, and we look forward to many more years of hanging out and having fun. So maybe we'll do Six Flags.
My name is Jessica. I was Nicole's college roommate, and as roommates in college, you get to know a lot about a person. A lot of embarrassing stories, but I won't say any, except this one. So, just a couple. For some reason, I don't even know the context of the story, I just know what happened, and I'm just going to say it. Nicole and I had to do this presentation for a history class about Confucianism, which I still don't know what it is. And we stayed up all night, procrastinators as we are, stayed up all night and decided to do a rap to Confucianism, to the song Love the Way You Lie, which I don't know if you guys know what that song is. It's like Eminem and Rihanna or something. And we did it. We rocked that rap in class in front of all of these strangers and this professor that was super weird. And we just rapped the crap out of that song, and it was really, really awful. But it was super fun. And just Nicole, I mean, I love you, girl, but we do a lot of embarrassing stuff together. But then she met a guy who also does a lot of embarrassing stuff as we learned today, not before. So I'm just so glad you guys have met each other as roommates also and as girls. We talk about boys a lot, if not every second of college. And so when she told me she met Greg, I was super stoked and like excited, and she showed me, and he has this video, and I was like, okay, I mean, he seems really cute, you know, nice. But as I've gotten to know you, Greg, you just make her so happy. You light up the room with your smile and your laughter, and your laugh is contagious. And I'm just really happy because I know you're going to make my best friend happy, and I'm just really excited for both of you. And I wish you the best, and I love you both.
I want to hear the rap. I can sense a new video coming on.
I know it's getting late. We had a fun night, didn't we? In your honor. Thank you for everybody coming. I know we got kids. Where's Isaac's back? No, where's Isaac?
He's outside.
Oh, he's outside. Swimming with the ducks, right? Thank you all for coming. We've got a big day tomorrow, don't we, huh? Yeah. Okay. And let me just close with prayer. We'll then go into tomorrow, okay? Father, thank you for this evening and for the celebration that we've enjoyed. Very touching, Father, to see these videos and the fun that we can have about the loved ones who are getting married. We pray you bless them and bless all of us as we love and support them. And we pray a special day for tomorrow. In Jesus. Amen.
Amen.